Hi there Sagittarius, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your intuitive yearly read for 2021. 2020 is now in the past, guys. We've left it in the dust. I'm sure many of us are really pleased to see that go. So we're welcoming in the new year and we're going to see what is on the cards for you. So we'll be getting started here in January and moving around the tarot wheel to December. I've got two energies for each of the months. Some have three depending on what came out. So what we're going to do is just check in and see what the high level themes may be for you for each of the months and see how the year may shape up. So let's get started here, Saggy, in your January. I've got the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. So just as an overview, I'm seeing a different pattern in your tarot wheel to many of the other signs. Most of the other signs have their challenge period in the middle of the year. But for you, I feel it is the opposite. We've got a bit of a challenge at the beginning of the year, January and February, and then we see you moving into a massive phase of power in the middle of the year, closing out some kind of big cycle, and it is the end of the year where you're really focusing on fulfillment and joy and potentially love as well. So let's jump in and just see where we're going with this. Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Swords in your January. Now the Seven of Swords, you may know, can have several different meanings. It can be a card of sabotage or betrayal, and often it is, to do with the mind. The first thing that I felt when I saw this combination is potential self-sabotage of either money and finances or maybe a contract or a commitment. So just be very careful in January with your finances. Don't overspend. Make sure that you get all the detail and information if you are signing a new contract as well, because there is the potential to maybe be dealing with somebody or a party that doesn't have your best interests at heart. That can be one meaning. It can be sabotage or betrayal in a commitment. That's only for some of you, the whole, cheating and that kind of thing. I'm really feeling more of a self-sabotage, potentially of a work situation, potentially of finance. So just be really mindful that you are looking very carefully at your balance of your accounts, making sure that you have enough money to pay your bills and all of that kind of thing. So that is your January, and it can also mean that a new opportunity may be trying to come in for you, might be knocking at your door, Saggy, but you're not seeing it, or maybe you're undermining yourself or having limiting beliefs around, oh, I could never do that, I could never make that happen. We really want to eliminate that energy, because the Ace of Pentacles can be a beautiful new opportunity that can really grow and expand into abundance. So be mindful in January. So in your February here, Saggy, I have got the Queen of Pentacles, that's Capricorn in the Minor Arcana, Knight of Cups, which can be Pisces in the Minor Arcana, and Five of Pentacles. So this is the main challenge of the year, guys, your January and February. Here we see you maybe weathering the storm of what happened in January. The Five of Pentacles can be an energy of feeling the loss, and it can be the loss of our resources, our finances, our work, and that kind of thing. So that's why we want to be very careful in January, because this can be also the feeling of being left out, left out in the cold, alone. So it is possible that some of you may be going through a breakup in January. I'm just reading the energy of the cards, guys. It gets much better. The first ones that I had to start off on this note with. However, with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's really saying, Saggy, and I do feel this is more in a financial or a business or work front for most of you, it is really time to refocus your energies. The Queen of Pentacles links to Capricorn, which is the devil in the Major Arcana. There is a devil energy that needs to be overcome here, and that can be a debt situation, it can be overspending, it can be addictive, being addicted with our self-sabotage, or that kind of toxic, draining energy in your life. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's saying move into a really practical energy, refocus your energy. Bring conscious awareness to your finance and your work situation here. See the big picture and realize that the universe, angel spirits, guides, whatever it is for you, is with you even in your darkest times, right? That is the meaning of the Five of Pentacles, not to worry. And just make sure that you're not getting stuck in that whole lack breeds lack, that downward spiral energy, because you know, these people here are so consumed by that misery that they don't actually see they're passing the church, the refuge, where they could get what they need for the night. So we want to keep eyes open, keep conscious awareness. Now, the Knight of Cups here for me could be that there could be a person entering your life that's a bit of a saving grace or an opportunity. Now, the Knight of Cups can be somebody coming in with a message, a proposal, or an invitation. This could be the proposal of some kind of new business venture, new job offer that's going to fulfill you, and it's going to lead to some kind of big breakthrough for you. So I wouldn't worry too much about the situation. It may feel consuming, but I feel like it is going to change, and that's the Knight of Cups saying yes, it is going to change. Things are going to turn around. The right people are going to come into your life. For some of you, this can be in love as well, but I am feeling more around finance and work with that, just to say. Now, in March, I have got the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Here's where we get the breakthrough, right? We get the clarity, the vision. We're claiming the victory over January and February here, and things begin to change and shift. That's the Ace of Wands, right? Back in our glory, back in our truth, back in our power. That comes in with the Queen of Wands, which is Aries in the Minor Arcana, and this is the energy of determination. Determination to be victorious and to break through the energy of the last couple of months. The Queen of Wands is also a real visionary energy, so it's you stepping into your power and being able to see the strategy or the path out of the situation that you may have found yourself in. She's also a great manifester, and she knows what opportunities to focus her energies on in order to manifest abundance. So this could be you finally grasping that Ace of Pentacles and doing what you were meant to do with it in the first place, or just getting the clarity and the vision of the way forward. So I love this energy after the last 2 months. It's very positive, and it also, the message here with the Queen of Wands is follow your instincts. Don't get too caught up again in that mind and the fear of the money's draining out, I don't have that job yet, and you're getting in that fear, because you'll get in that Five of Pentacles, lack breeds lack, downward spiral. Instead, we want to, follow the instincts, right? What intelligent things can we do to move forward? What is your heart telling you to do? That is the breakthrough here. And the Ace of Swords is turning over a new leaf. It is the new beginning. And I kind of feel that's when the new year, really starts for you and starts getting good. So in your April, I've got the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Cups again. So the Nine of Wands is almost there, but not quite. And we have that again in your next month, right? So it can be that you're really feeling like you've weathered a bit of a storm here with the Nine of Wands. You're really wanting to release the stress that you've carried over the last few months. The message with the Nine of Wands is you do have enough, energy in the tank to get through this. Just hold tight for a little bit longer, and you'll get to where you really want to go. Now, we've got the Knight of Cups again here. So there could be that person or an extension of that opportunity or proposal from February that has another phase to it, that somehow keeps you going through this little bit of a tough first quarter that we see here. The Knight of Cups, yes, of course, it can be somebody coming in love. Not really feeling that, guys, but I really feel that it is, the keep going. The right people will be here to egg you on and make sure that you come out of this challenge. Just wait for the good cards, guys. It is coming, I swear. So in your next month, which is your May, I have got the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Last challenge month, I promise. Okay, the Nine of Wands again. We've just had that. You can see you're in that wounded warrior, that beautiful fertile pasture, which signifies the abundance that you are desiring and trying to break through to, is just behind you. It is so close, right? You just need one more wand to put on the stack, and that is the one that the Magician carries in your next month. That is your huge change and shift in energy month. The Seven of Wands says, yeah, you just might have to defend your empire for a little bit longer, just this month. The Seven of Wands can also be that that feeling of going against the current and going against your universal flow. So Saggy, I ask you in this month to try not to resist change that might be upon you. Try not to go against what your heart wants. We want to flow in the direction of what is naturally presenting to us when the Seven of Wands comes into the reading. It can be the energy of challenge and competition and beginning to feel defeated, right? So don't get into that defeated mode, because here is where it changes, guys. This is your June, and what powerful, powerful cards they are. The Magician and the Chariot, the card of Cancer here in the Major Arcana. This is a victory card, the Chariot. You know, it kind of was foreshadowed to you in March, but here is where we claim it, right? 6 months in, and it's like, okay, I'm having this huge awakening to the fact that I actually have everything I need to transform my reality. The Magician holds that one last wand, which added to the stack of 9 of Wands, which we've had in the last 2 months, makes the 10 of Wands completion that we're looking for. The release of the stress, the burden, what has weighed you down with whatever the financial stress is, or maybe job stress, or on the home front as well. I feel like this is where we move on from that and start generating abundance. So the Magician says you have everything you need. The resourcefulness of the Pentacle, emotional intelligence of the Cups, the intellect of the Sword, and the passion and power of the Wand to transform things. Stay in a really good, you know, in a good place internally, strong in a game, because the Magician knows that you're actually magnetizing back a true vibrational match for the energy that you are putting out there. And that is what these people in the Five of Pentacles, or when you were back in February, you hadn't quite figured that out, and maybe you were kind of getting consumed by your circumstances. But here we see a massive shift, you know, that move back into that Queen of Wands power, and you're just going for it. Now, the Chariot is a card of moving on, moving away from something in order to claim a victory. It can be leaving a comfort zone or a sense of home. So some of you might be actually having to make a physical transition, moving homes, moving towns, moving states. It could be to claim a job. It could be just a natural transition that you know you need to move to a different place. What is really required with the Chariot is to make a really clear decision and just go for it. Because if we stay in the two minds, that's when we kind of get pushed in both directions, or we say, you know, one day we feel like we're leaving, the next day we're staying, and we just kind of stay in that, almost like that hanged man phase, which is coming up, where we feel a bit stuck. So we want to make a clear decision and then put the plan in place and just keep moving. And what I notice about this particular Chariot card is, you know, the Chariot is represented by a unicorn. There's a sense of freedom and liberation over the challenges of the first part of the year here. It sees you kind of releasing the burden and charging into the new frontier. There's also the message with the Chariot that it's all done through your intention, right? Claiming that clear decision and knowing that you have everything you need to make it happen. July, look at this. Wow, guys, the World, the Star, the Magician again. So you're still in your power and you're really making magic in your life. This is a triple Major Arcana whammy, the most powerful month of the year for you, where you decide that that chapter of the past is completely done. The door is closed and you are moving on to a strong and powerful new beginning towards your divine wishes, the Star, by your own hand. You know, you're carving it out with the Magician energy. Now, the Star is also about healing, recalibration, and rebirth. So there is a sense of recovery here in July, recovering from the past and regathering your energy for the next chapter ahead. And the World is a card of victory as well. So you've had 3 indicators of victory: Ace of Swords, the Chariot. This is the greatest one with the World, because it's actually the last Major Arcana that says you've arrived. This was a karmic lesson. You've passed the test. You don't need to stay in it. And you're now flowing in with ease and grace to the next karmic chapter of your life. So that will look different for all of you. of how that is actually signified. But you'll just get that feeling that, you know what, it is over and the future is looking bright ahead. Have hope, have faith, dream big, make a wish upon the star, because the next chapter of your life is going to be really different. There could be a sense of vulnerability here. You know, of course, if you had to leave something behind or make a major transition in your life, you could feel a little ungrounded or out of sorts, but it's really important to trust the path at this stage here, Sagittarius, because, you know, you are being led somewhere far greater. Now, in your August, we've got the Two of Pentacles, which is the Juggler card from the Rider-Waite, and the Six of Swords. So we see you in transition. Maybe previously you were kind of making the decision, or it was being laid out in front of you, you're going to have to make this move, and this could be where you actually make the tangible move, right? The Two of Pentacles, again, can be that feeling of being ungrounded, feeling indecisive. Again, make that clear decision that you're moving on, that you're shifting, that you're going for it, you're relocating, and just do it. And that's what's going to make you feel much more calm, and you're moving on from high emotions, we can see that, into a time of greater peace, joy, love and harmony. And really the cards from here on in are a fast track to that reality. There's a bit of a heavy heart with moving on, I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, the Six of Swords kind of it's a necessary rite of passage. It's not really one that we wanted to. We were moving on from to work out. But sometimes it just wasn't meant to be for us. Or sometimes we were just in it to learn an important karmic lesson. People and situations and jobs, whatever it may be, you know, they're in our lives for a reason, a season, or a change. So maybe you've had your season with this and it's time for the change, right? So we want to try and go without the baggage of the past and flow into the new cycle. In your, I do believe that's September, Two of Cups and Hanged Man. Interesting. There's a real potential that somebody comes into your life. For those of you that are already partnered, there could be some kind of feeling of maybe being a little bit suspended in your romantic situations here. There's a sense of having to accept where you're at with it, but that things are going to improve a lot in the next quarter. For those of you that are single, I feel that you may meet somebody in the new location, or, you know, after you've made this transition, somebody that you kind of feel like you've known all your life. That's the soulmate energy. It's not limited to love, guys. It can be an amazing friend. Sometimes it's even pets, but it can also be that perfect person to collaborate with in your professional or creative life as well. Together with the Hanged Man, this is interesting because the Hanged Man can talk about, it could be that you're feeling a bit suspended or stuck, that you can't actually connect with this person at this time. There might be some circumstances as to why you can't. You might be apart from them. You might be in different locations, or you might be needing to wrap up the cycle first. Some of you might be wrapping up a relationship. So I'm kind of feeling that there's a person coming in, but that you're not going to be able to fully connect with them or express feelings or anything like that in this month. So the Hanged Man asks you to just accept that. That is the liberation, but also that there might be an insight, a download, an aha moment, a piece of information that you're waiting on that's really going to allow you to move forward here. That's the kind of story of the Hanged Man. So you might be waiting for some kind of verdict, or, you know, some kind of information, maybe about the move, maybe about the transition, that's going to allow you to come together with somebody. So that is very interesting for that month, guys. So in the next one, which is October, look at this. Five of Wands with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Okay, well, you know that you're getting close to a much higher reality in terms of joy, love, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Now we've got the Five of Wands here, which can be challenge, right? It can be conflict internally or externally, and it could be linked to what we've just talked about with that Hanged Man. We can't quite move forward now. We can't quite make the offer, but my goodness, you can feel it. But it is coming in the next month. The Five of Wands is also my card of energy leaks. Just make sure that you are not engaging in any pettiness with others. gossip, corporate politics, you know, bickering, that kind of thing. Really trying to stay in peace and calm with the Five of Wands. The Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment. It says your divine wishes are slowly coming true, Saggy. You've had a tough year up until now, but you are going to love your November, and your whole reality is about to change. This is really a card of being content, maybe for the first time in a long time, feeling joyful, really feeling a greater sense of joy, love, harmony, and blessing in your life. And you're proud because you know you deserve it. You know you've gone through challenges, and you know it's your time to experience it. For some of you, this involves the best life reality, which often is, you know, meeting somebody, having the children, working towards building a future with somebody, with all the blessings and abundance in terms of those emotions that you desire. And November, look at this, guys. Maybe the most positive month in the reading. In fact, maybe the most positive month that you can get. The Sun with the Ace of Cups. This is absolutely being totally overjoyed, filled up from within, joy, love, harmony. And they say the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot deck. It links to Leo in the major arcana. You might be coming together with a Leo, expressing feelings of love, satisfaction. The Sun says the future is bright. You've moved past the worst of it. The worst is over, coming into brighter times. You've overcome these obstacles of the year, and now it's nothing but bright ahead. The Sun is generally not an energy that is just around for a month. It generally extends longer than that. There's a real sense of transformation in your life at this point, and the Ace of Cups can be a new beginning in love, expressing your feelings, finally being able to go for it with somebody, or, you know, for those of you that are partnered, it can be, you know, getting things back on track, going to another level, self-love, all of those kinds of things. It's the kind of feelings that just, you're feeling so filled up on every sensual level. And it's come to the person who's really overcome those challenges. There's a great sense of rebirth and great healing here as well. And in your December, Saggy, we have the oh, I've got three, I didn't realize that. The Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Queen of Swords, right? I think here is where you can, December, you're being, you know, reflective, and you're looking back throughout the year and going, now I can see the big picture. I can see why I had to journey some of those tougher things in the beginning of the year. I have the hindsight. I'm joining the dots because I've realized that what I've journeyed here has changed my luck, changed my fate, has turned the wheel, and I wouldn't be the person that I am, or I wouldn't be where I am now, enjoying all this beautiful joy and love, had I not have gone through that. I'm so much more closer to my authentic truth, to, you know, really being myself and to shining bright because of what I've journeyed. This is Libra in the major arcana, and again it has that sense of justice. It links to the Justice major arcana, and I'm claiming that victory powerfully. There's a real sense of kind of maturity here, and having kind of grown up this year. And the Wheel of Fortune, of course, is that, again, that karmic wheel turning, kind of really solidifying your change into the positive and to the new luck that follows. And it says that everything has played out in divine timing this year, and you're exactly where you need to be. It might have been a bit tough at the start, but I really feel that going into 2022, Saggy, it is totally your year. Saggy, it's going to be a big one. But do keep in mind that, you know, you have so much stronger energy here and some really, really powerful, powerful months later in the year. Saggy, I forgot your oracle cards, and some of the signs I have forgotten, and I've gone off and edited the video, but I've caught yours just in time, so I'm inserting them right here. So let's see what we have for you is some parting messages. Purification. Saggy, you might be purifying areas of your life. You might be purging, releasing, letting go, and it could be of situations, jobs, people, location. It could be to do with your own wellness regime, diet, food, lifestyle. So keeping that in mind, that you might need to purify areas of your life. And I have got exploration. Be open to broadening your horizons, seeing different things, doing things differently, and maybe just getting ready to be inquisitive, getting out there and seeing things and doing things in ways that maybe you haven't for quite some time. Be the explorer of your own life, and however much you can outside of that. I mean, obviously travel's not really a thing at the moment, Saggy, but some of you may be able to get out there and do some physical exploring as well. Let's go to the Work Your Light Oracle. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Well, that's interesting because I was kind of seeing, you know, that purification as almost being the release of the Death card, and the Death card is called transformation, which leads to you ushering in the new dawn, the new day. So I really feel that some of you are going to undergo some big transformation this year that's going to allow you to explore life in different ways, right? Having that beautiful, fresh sea breeze of change come into your life. And we have got, because you are birthing a new age, birthing new creations, Saggy, dreaming a new world into being. So, I mean, the purification is like that first half of the year, so that we can really birth that new age. You know, after that huge July, things are going to shift and things are going to change, and you're going to understand, Saggy, why things have gone how they have, because there's something big waiting for you. But first of all, we need to clear the path for it. So Saggy, my suggestion is that you keep checking back in on this reading and seeing how it's playing out for you, and then I always release the weekly and monthly readings that will give you more detail as to how it's playing out on a more granular scale. Of course, it's a general reading for the collective, guys. It's a snapshot in time. It's not going to be how everybody's year is going to go exactly. It may or may not be your reading. And if you are called to share, drop me a comment. I do read them all, guys, and I do my best to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you, connect with your energy, and seeing what's happening out there in the collective. Saggy, I'm wishing you the most amazing year ahead. Take care, and I'll see you back here for plenty more readings. Bye for now.